Hello, everybody. This is your boy Carl Berry, the Hope Connector, with USCCRC, better known as Community Care Resource Council. And we are caring for the community today because in our council, we have two very important leaders in this community. So I want to first of all say hello to Mr. Eduardo Medellin.
Hello, Carl.
And Mr. Butler.
Hello, Carl.
Guys, I thank you for being here. And those of you that don't know CCRC, we help people find help. So if Uncle George is getting out of prison, needs a job, if you can't pay your car payment, if you're having trouble with seniors getting to dialysis, if you're homeless, whatever your plight, we have 26 different areas of life challenges that we will provide help. And guess what? The service is free. And what we do is we leverage the connections between our resource providers, two of which are here today. And so I'm going to start off asking each of you, what is it that you feel is most important today about serving our community?
Well, I guess I will kick it off first. To answer your question briefly, but adding more context, I believe that the main thing that we need with service in our community is what you represent, which is care. But care has to be understood that there are many facets of it. So there has to be a willingness to care without the expectancy of a return. Now that is called love. So we don't use the word love too much, but it has to be doctored up and, blanketed in so many different ways. But we're really talking about, when you're talking about the community, if you're really servicing the community, you have to understand, one, what love really is, and then two, how to convey it, and then how to present it and how to deliver it.
Well, the way I understand that is if you're hip, cool, and slick, love is called unity.
Exactly.
You definitely don't call it love. What about you, Eduardo? What's your perspective?
I think the most important part is knowledge. Knowledge gives you the ability to think outside the box, look for options, be more fluid, understand what the service means, understand what love means. And so to me, and that's one of the things that I do the most, is to share the knowledge. And that raises our community to a level where we can understand each other, which is one of the biggest items that we don't have nowadays.
Two huge words. Number one is understanding, and the other one is knowledge. Somebody said that our community dies for lack of knowledge. And to be honest with you, where we are right now in this world is we're at a constant loss of social support. We don't have as much food, we don't have as many jobs, we don't have as many programs, and it's kind of like the wagons are circled, the engines are around here, but let me tell you a secret. Calvary is not on the way. That means we are the Calvary. If we don't get together and come together on behalf of our community, our people are going to die for a lack of knowledge, for a lack of understanding. So tell me a little bit about your involvement, what you do as a resource provider in our community, Eduardo.
Well, I primarily focus on businesses, and thriving businesses creates a thriving community and creates a thriving surroundings. And if the businesses thrive, then they're able to contribute more and share to the community. So that's my main focus, to share that knowledge with businesses so businesses can be more profitable and they can hire more people in the community. I am now getting more involved, and I have been more involved in the last 2-3 years in the community, speaking out to people, just directly to people, and making that point, right? Knowledge. How can I help you? Do you have a question? Do you have anything that is bothering you? How can I make you better in understanding the points that I come across? And you're right. I mean, our society is very individualistic now. And we have to get back to the group effort. And it's very, very hard because everybody's running around crazy for 10 hours a day. So it's it's very hard to focus. But we need to get back to the group effort, because the group effort is exponentially.
And you got a take on that you'd like to share with us, please?
Yes, I do. I agree with Eduardo wholeheartedly. The knowledge is key, and the way that he's doing it from a business standpoint, he's able to do both. So he's able to share the knowledge to educate and also empower in his own way. I also feel that along with that, not separate from, but also in addition, that when you offer the demonstrations, the creating of the programs that enable individuals to enter into a space that they've never been, which is what I've done for over the past years, almost 10 years. I've created these programs that serviced the wraparound services for entire families, not just the children, not just the youth, but also the adults, the parents, children of incarcerated parents, foster kids, children aging out of foster care, those single mothers, grandparents raising their grandchildren because the mother and the father are both gone. Whether those are the demographics that are often not thought about when we create these certain services by our municipalities, and they offer certain funds that overlook them because they instantly do not qualify for certain things. You have to create a program that not only includes them, but it focuses on them. But it lets the other entities, such as, the law enforcement and the medical facilities and the educational departments and, the defense and all of the government agencies, it lets them know that, hey, it is okay to take care of these people without necessarily damaging your reputation. I did it when I was hired as program director for the first violence interrupters team under Mayor Eric Johnson. I did that successfully for 2 years, and through Police Chief Eddie Garcia, we were able to decrease violent crime, by double digits in the summertime, which is the hardest by far to do. But it was through that, from a holistic standpoint, saying that we need to find a way to include everyone in this particular plan. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Break out your calculator. I want you to hear what he just said. He used the word whole. And what we do at CCRC is we leverage the connectivity of our 4,000 collaborations, and we create a team and a family that's devoted to supporting community. So how many collaborations do you think you got?
Well, connections I probably have about 3,000. Collaborations probably about 250. Because meaningful about 150.
Okay.
So, but that's how it kind of breaks down, right?
And you, how many?
Well, that word is a little bit tricky, because when it comes to the network is pretty vast, because when you travel like I do, and nationwide, you say, okay, how many partners do I really have? There are thousands. But how many people can you really depend on? See, I like to collaborate with people like CCRC, because if I can connect with someone who already has a network, then their network becomes my network. So I would rather collaborate with a few who has connections with the vast majority than to just pick and trickleate throughout the nation, because it really overexhausts you.
But give me a number for your extended connection. Is it 2,000, 5,000? Give me
You
a
trying
number.
to put me on the spot,
No,
Colin, I'm not walking
they're
into
on
it.
their calculator. I'm making a point.
Oh, okay. Well, if you really want to go through the true connections, let's just say DFW, we have a little bit, almost like Eduardo, 250.
Okay.
Right, yes.
I'm telling you, in the thing, when I was in the 8th grade, they taught me about permutations. Permutation is when you take one subject, 250, times another subject, 4,000, times another 250, that equals somewhere around 10,000. And what I want you to understand as you're listening, that we got 10,000 connections. Now, I need to tell on myself. I used to be a drug addict. And when I was getting high, we used to call it copping. So if you need to cop some help, guess what? Check with us. Check with CCRC. Check with Eduardo. Check with Mar. And We'll find you what you're looking for when you need it. And guess what? It don't cost nothing, not a thing. So I want to know about leadership. I know that's one of your pet projects. What is key about leadership?
The why. I think why is why now, right? As the key thing about leadership is that I was into community leadership for over 10 years. And once I hit that 10-year mark, which was in 2022, it was like, okay, now it's time to start preparing myself for moving to the side. But in order to move to the side, you have to be aware that one, that there's another generation that's coming up behind you. They have to be prepared. You just can't say, here's the mantle and just hand it down. First, you have to teach them what you do.